What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. The 28th of April. We're taking a look this Sunday afternoon at Aerodrome Finance. So ticker symbol AERO.USD. This will be the USD pair on tradingview.com. Coinbase will be where we're getting our price data here on this chart. So update here. We had a very strong break yesterday below a level we've been watching on the chart. The level, if you're new to the channel, there is quite a bit of new viewership here from yesterday's video. $1.36,764. That's this green line on the chart. So we spoke about that level in yesterday's video as well as previous Aerodrome videos as an area to hold. It was important for that level to hold. Well, yesterday they really pulled the plug. We hit a low yesterday of $1.16,218. We closed up at $3.48. So not the worst close, but we did break very strong below that $1.36,764 level. We did close below that at $1.34. On the positive side of this, guys, is we have some support levels a little bit further below that. We have one at 128,300. It's in red. And then we have one just below that at 128. So the 128 in white is a new level I just added to the chart today, the 28th of April. So you won't have that in yesterday's video. So that is good to see the markets sell off quite hard. And at least they closed above the 128,300. Let's jump over real quick over to a 3-minute time frame. I want to show you how the markets looked. So we traded very sharply. We found some support at 128,300, rallied up, turned that into resistance, fell off a cliff, finally got back up to it, turned it into support, tested it again, turned it into support, and now we're trading looks like the 136,764 resistance. We're trading below that and above 128,300. Let's head back to the daily. So we're going to talk about a couple things here moving forward, heading into a new week here. We'll be heading into May of 2024 this week. And let's talk about some of my thoughts here on Aerodrome. So what does this mean? Well, we got a very strong break below that 136,764. You can see today's candles actually wicked up through it and trading below it. So it's starting to turn into resistance, which is not good for the bulls. I did see in the comments someone mentioned a left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, which would really take the markets quite a bit lower, perhaps down to the 85 or so. I didn't run the math on the depth of that, but it's definitely going to be somewhere in that range if it plays out. And we definitely got a break. If there was a neckline here, it definitely broke yesterday. So take that for what it's worth. We could run the calculations on that for a price target if you are interested in that. So what it means is, and I probably mentioned this in yesterday's video, the odds just start to favor prices going lower to sideways before going higher since we got a bearish break yesterday. So let's draw a quick, if we had a scale here, let's draw this out for you guys, right? If we had a scale and there is a neutral level, this side is bearish, this side is bullish. And the odds broke, or the scale broke into bearish territory. So we're over in the red here, the negative. And you can imagine if this thing swings from bearish to bullish, we just swung very heavily into a bearish zone yesterday. And we're still bearish because we closed below that 136,764. So just playing the odds here, the odds favor more bearish price action than they do bullish price action, at least for right now. And that can change quickly. We saw a little bit of it yesterday as it tried to recover, but we still got a weak close. And so far today, there is no follow through to the upside. We're actually sitting quiet, but again, turning resistance at 136,764. So that's all that means, is that we broke a bearish price level, and the odds now favor lower to sideways price action compared to higher and sideways price action. That's all it is. It can change, but for right now, that's what I see on the chart. Just like if this was a bullish breakout, it would favor higher to sideways price action, not lower. But we are on the other end of that, so lower. Two new levels that we'll talk about here as potential market support since we broke the 136,764. You can see I have this red arrow here. It's just pointing to the area of previous support. All these candles here. So we have the 5th, we have the 1st and 2nd, the 29th, all support at 136. Try to get support once again on the 25th. The quiet day on the 26th, and then the 27th yesterday, Saturday, got a very strong break. And luckily we were able to get that video out before that really started to trade lower in an aggressive fashion. So two new levels, guys, below the market as support if the market gets back down there. 128, it's a white line that runs horizontally on the screen here, 128. And then we got one way down here at 84,494. It's also in white. What does that mean? It means just like if we trade down to that level, we would look for the market to get back above that level and turn that into support. So at some point here, maybe sooner rather than later, we'll check out the Bitcoin chart. Is just like 136,764 is resistance. Yesterday and today, you can see the candle wick going up above it and below it. For the bulls, a lot of people are bullish. We would want to see the price get back above 136,764 and close. And that would just start to tell us that, okay, maybe we're going to see some bullish price action for at least the short term. But right now, we'll obviously see how today closes. But right now it's flipping into resistance. So not the best case scenario for the bulls. So if the price did fade lower here, let's say we start to get an aggressive drop once again, we don't find support at 128,300 or 128. It just tells us that these markets could really start to fade back down to 85,200, 84,494, previous areas of resistance that got broken out on the 24th of March as support. Went on a massive run in 4 days here. Looks like the markets moved bottom tick to top tick. You're looking at 150 or so %. So if you want me to run the calculations for the head and shoulders here and give you a downside target based on the depth from the neckline, let me know. But I would have to guess it's somewhere within this 85 or so range, maybe a little bit lower. So we'll see. The odds right now just favor bearish, downward, sideways price action, and it does upward, bullish price action. Since we broke a very important level yesterday, markets got quite bearish yesterday here for Aerodrome finance, unfortunately. But hey, I hope it switches. You know, just because you get a bearish or a bullish breakout doesn't mean every single time it works. There is times where it fails, okay? Here is the markets tried to break out in a big fashion on the 12th of April, right? We rallied all the way up to resistance at 234,510, but we also took out some lows. This was a huge whipsaw day, and what happened? It closed basically in the center of the day, and that was a bearish day. So it tried to break out. It looked good for a little while. You know, took out the lows, big whipsaw day, and then closed unchanged and essentially had some inside days, and that was it for this market. So Let me know your thoughts on Aerodrome. Appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for all of the support. New subscribers, if you are not yet joined, go ahead and do so. Turn the bell on if you want to be updated when we post these videos on a daily basis, usually pretty early in the morning. Once again, that's the AERO.USD, Aerodrome Finance / United States dollar. And that is the daily chart. Coinbase is the price data provider here. Over to Bitcoin. Let's see what is going on this Sunday with BTC. Let's clean up this chart a little bit. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. A lot of new subscribers yesterday. 15, I believe, or 16 new subscribers when I last looked. So Bitcoin does have a higher low as of yesterday, although we are testing some waters here. 62,206 3/4 support level yesterday. Quiet day today, finding some resistance. We have a bunch of levels right there. 64,375, 64,123, 63,788, 35. The price is trading at right now 63,765.08. So we got a little bit of a resistance there. What we're hoping takes place here is we're in the middle here of a couple. We do have a lower low, we have a lower high, but as of yesterday, we have a higher low. So we could be ready for a rally up here into a higher high, and that can be a very strong move. We'll see if that happens. Also, we have a lower low, a lower high, and this could end up being a lower low as well. We're right in the center of either one of those moves taking place. So we'll see. We'll see which way the ones that control the markets are want to push these markets right now. We have some much higher prices for Bitcoin up there in the 6 figures, and we'll see if it's going to be this cycle or not. Thanks for watching, guys. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts on the markets and Aerodrome. Any other projects you want me to take a look at, feel free to list those down in the comments. You guys have a great rest of your weekend this Sunday evening. Of course, not financial advice. Please make your own financial decisions. Take care.